needed their spirit back, so maybe they could fight longer. So that's, I mean, I told my children, you know, when I'm dying and I can't swallow anymore, just take a little chocolate, because that's my favorite thing, and just put it on my tongue and let that absorb through my mucosa, because that's going to make me happy. Be with me. Even if you're not comfortable being there, stay with me.
Right.
And if you're crying, that's okay. It's sad. You know, don't be afraid of tears. Yours or theirs. Be comfortable in that. That can make such a difference, because it allows them to be real in a very sad situation. But it's not all gloom and doom. There's much. There can be much happiness and smiles and sharing stories, bringing out a photo album and going
Right.
through some old pictures. That can feed a person's spirit. And things that you say, sometimes you don't know what to say. And you can say, I don't know what to say right now, and I don't know how you feel. Help me to understand what this is like for you. Don't ever say everything happens for a reason. I mean, you certainly don't want to say that, especially to someone that's losing a child. Don't say to them, don't talk that way. It's real for them. So telling them not to feel that or not to talk that way, that's not helping their spirit. You can say to them, what's the worst part of this for you? That opens dialogue and
Right.
allows them to share with you the dread that they feel inside themselves. So it is, it's a gift you can give to them. And if you could say, do you want to talk now? Because if you don't, that's okay. I can come back another time. And when you want to talk, I'm available. Don't give advice too early unless they ask for it. I mean, I've been doing this for so many years, and I don't offer advice. I wait till they ask.
Yeah. I mean, it's not easy work that you do, and I have such huge admiration for what you do, because I know, well, I don't know, but I can sense how hard it is. Having lost someone, to have those conversations and to bring up those things, it's not easy.
Well, Lauren, it's my favorite job, and I think I've done almost every nursing job there ever was. But this is what I went into nursing for, to be a bedside nurse. And I can honestly say it's the most tiring work I've ever done. Not physically, but emotionally. I'm tired after I've seen patients all day.
I can
but it's the emotional part. But it's been my favorite job. And now that I am retired, it's my passion just to educate as many people as I can. And my book does a lot of that education, and so do my lectures. And I'll go anywhere to speak. I would love to speak at some conferences, aging conferences, medical conferences. I would love to educate the medical community. People don't know, but physicians are given very little training in end-of-life care, so they don't know what they don't know.
Right.
So I would like an opportunity to be able to educate.
Well, I think to connect you with Jackie.
Yes.
To introduce the two of you, for sure. Another question that I have for you, you talk about, the conversation and why it's so important. Can you just clarify what specifically that conversation is and talk a little bit about that?
Sure. First of all, everyone should have a living will and a durable power of attorney for health care. You can obtain those online. There's no charge. And you don't need an attorney to make those legal issues. You just need two witnesses that aren't related to you. Set that aside, because to me the conversation is every bit as important as those two areas. Now, the conversation is the conversation you have with your loved ones and your physician and anyone else that will be involved in your care should you become terminally ill. And the conversation is, this is what I want should I become terminally ill, and this is what I don't want. And a recent program that has come up has made this so much easier. It's called the Conversation Project, and you can get that online, theconversationproject.org. It walks you through these questions and with spaces to fill in your answers, and also how to get this conversation started with your loved ones. Now, I had my conversation with my adult children, probably 10 years ago, because I've been doing this work for so long, and I've seen so much suffering. And I set them down, and they weren't happy, my eldest especially, who does not do death and dying, and especially for his mom. I set them down, and I had the conversation.
I don't do it either.
Well, let me tell you what my eldest said. Mom, it was at Christmas time. He said, Mom, do you know that you're going to ruin our Christmas? I said, David, how can I ruin your Christmas? I've been preparing for you all to come home for Christmas for a month or more. I'm not going to ruin your Christmas. And I don't care if you don't like this subject. This is very important to me. And you go get your brother and your sister, and you go sit down, because we are having this conversation. And I said, I promise you, it won't take more than 15 minutes. So he grumbled, and they went and sat down with their spouses, and I basically laid out for them, number one, I want to be comfortable. If I am living with a life-limiting illness, I don't want to be in pain. I don't want to be always sick at my stomach. We know how to manage that. I want to be home or in a home-like setting. If it's necessary for me to be in a nursing home, I want to be on a hospice unit in that nursing home. I want you kids by my bedside. I want you to be there sharing stories, laughing with each other. I want to be able to see that. I said, I want to be clean. I've seen so many patients, the first day we admit them to hospice, some of them in their homes, Lauren, that haven't had a bath for 2 weeks. I don't want that to happen to me. Their families just don't know how to take care of them. But see, that's what we do in hospice. We teach them how to take care of them. So I want to be clean. I want someone to comb my hair. I want someone to brush my teeth if I can't do it for myself. I spoke up to my one daughter-in-law, and I said, and promise me you'll put a little lipstick on me. That's what I want. I said, I want to be in a pretty nightie. I don't want to be in a hospital with a hospital gown on with my butt sticking out. I don't want that. I said, and I don't want to be in the hospital because, Lauren, when you're in the hospital, they have to be doing something to you. And at the end of your life, you don't need a lot. But what you do need, you need really, really badly. And being in a hospital is not one of the things that you need with them prodding and poking and tubes and different IVs. You don't need that. So why do that to a person?
Yeah,
I don't want to be in an ICU unit because there it's even worse. You're going to be hooked up to machines. It's going to be bells and whistles and lights on. And I said, I'll be pulling those tubes out so they'll tie my arms down. Lauren, I don't want to die with my arms tied down.
Oh, and I don't think anyone does. And
no.
Yeah, and don't. Judy, I can't. Our time is come to an end, and I just want to make sure that people know where they can get your book or where they can reach you if they'd like to. What's the best way for them to connect with you and to get your book?
My book is Spirit Matters, How to Remain Fully Alive with a life-limiting illness. It's available Barnes & Noble online, Amazon online. It's available from my publisher, Tate, T-A-T-E Publishing, and it's available in audiobook form. And my website is www.spiritmattersauthor.com.
Awesome. Judy, thank you so much for taking time to be with us today and just share this vital information that, honestly, I wish I had had an awareness and a knowledge of this, 14 years ago. And so I just really thank you, for what you do and for being here today.
Thank you so much for having me.
My pleasure. Have a wonderful day.
You too, Lauren. Bye now.
You. All right. We are going to take a quick commercial break, and then we'll be back to wrap up the show.
Listen to The Legal Eagle and The Coach each Wednesday from noon to 1 p.m. on Tough Talk Radio Network. Leading local and national experts in business will share their keys to success so that our listening audience can be educated and entertained along the way to becoming all they can be. So whether you're new to business or highly experienced, The Legal Eagle and The Coach with hosts David Alterburn and Brian Kaiser is a great radio program for you. For more information, go to legaleagleandthecoachradio.com.
Did you know that an estimated 52 million Americans listened to Internet radio in the last month? Or that weekly Internet radio audience has increased 60% over the last year? And that more than 8 in 10 people are online from any location? Tough Talk Radio Network is a company dedicated to providing a platform that allows opportunities for guests, hosts, and sponsors to market themselves to the Internet radio medium where they can be heard by millions. To find out how Tough Talk Radio Network can help you, go to toughtalkradionetwork.com.
Lauren Jawno is an elite, international certified, high-performance coach, author, and speaker with over 15 years' experience helping clients transform so that they are living bolder, happier, and more successful lives. Through a combination of her world-class coaching program and exclusive assessments, her mission is to get to the crux of your issues quickly and accurately, and then guide you to achieve sustained and higher levels of clarity, joy, energy, connection, influence, and overall performance in every area of your life. To learn more or to contact Lauren, go to laurenjawno.com.
Well, welcome back. Thank goodness for that commercial break. I needed it to compose myself for a few minutes. What a tough topic, but what an amazing show, and I know I definitely will be re-listening to it, just being shown how to live our lives with dignity and grace and create what we want, and then when we get to the end of our life to have those same things. Just such important information, and I'm so grateful to both our guests today, both Judy and Jackie, for being with us. As always, if you want to connect with me, you can go to facebook.com/Lauren Jawno or email me directly at lauren@laurenjawno.com. And if you would like to be a guest on the show, please go to life'sissueswithlaurenjawno.com and fill out the registration form. I want to thank you again for listening in today, and make sure you join me next week. Until then, embrace your inner truth, live your purpose, and make your contribution in the world today.
You've been listening to Life's Issues with Lauren Jawno on the Tough Talk Radio Network. A special thanks to all of our sponsors. If you'd like to be a sponsor or a guest, please visit toughtalkradionetwork.com for more information.